Do, do, do. Alrighty. Let's see if am I on my AirPods? Not. Hey guys, welcome to another weekly landline. We are live. We got some people joining us on Facebook every single week. We go 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We're live. We're with Miss Patricia here. She's actually going to be doing all the underwriting today. I'm just going to be sitting. I'm just kidding. Would that be? At this point, do you know underwriting? Right? I mean, could you underwrite a deal? You think?
I don't know, but I'm learning constantly
You
that.
probably could. You probably could. You probably could run your own land business one day, right? Um, I love the this here. So we got some people in the back. I got Mr. Frank, the legend, the man, the myth. We got Tyler. We got Matt. We got some true day ones. Questions could be asked by going through this here. Pat, did you post on my story today about the? That was you. I like that. That was really good. That was really good. Frank, the man,
How
the
you,
myth,
my
the
brother?
legend.
Legend?
You know,
I've been called worse. I've been called worse.
the man, the myth, the legend. He's been called worse. Okay. I look, man.
Yeah.
I wish I could say the same. I've definitely been called worse. I'll tell you that. Dude, how's it going? What's going on with you?
Yeah, well, uh, business as usual. I got one listing in Tennessee. I got an agent. Uh, she got it listed. She got the pictures online. So we are up and running with that one. This was uh, this was something in Shelby County, Tennessee. And
Okay.
she's working with a builder there. So best case scenario, I could be in the 80 range. Best case scenario. Worst case scenario, I could be in the 80 range. So
How does that affect where you're at?
I understand your question. How does that affect?
Yeah, are you how much money do you think you're gonna make on this guy?
Well, if all goes well, because we got it at 145. So when all the dust clear, I could make 80. And if it goes down a little bit, I still could be in that range, 78 to 80 in that range. So
What are you going to buy a boat or something?
no, no, that's not the time to go buy a boat. That's the time to take your funds and plow them back into your business and to keep the line moving.
Keep it
Yeah,
going, man.
not
That's
to go
80
and
would be nice.
vacation. It would definitely be nice. But see, this is what happens when you haven't done anything in a while, and then you finally get hit. You're playing catch up.
That's right.
You got a lot of uh, back things that you got to catch up on. So it wouldn't really start being profit until, say, you hit the second one or the third one or whatnot.
That's right.
But this would definitely put you back in the game. So that's what I'm looking forward to. And, I wanted to share that with some other folks that had this situation, because they get their first hit and it's a nice hit. And they thinking they can just lay back or kick their feet up and, no, 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 no. Grind harder. See, that's not disposable income. That's money that gets ground back into the business so that at some point you will be able to go on a vacation and kick your feet up and whatnot. But now this is not that time. Not for me. Now someone else could see it different and I can respect that. But No, no, I would be glad whenever it does. If it was 8,000 or it was 80,000, the principle is still the same thing.
Yep.
It's not celebrate time. It's back into the business. I got my stamps, I got my marketing that I'm doing. I don't want to slack off on that. Because that's the
I,
lifeblood of your business, your marketing.
are you
Just saying,
are you planning on hiring anyone?
not yet, not yet, because it's still in a situation where it's not burdensome for me to do what I'm doing. As when more business starts to come in, then I will start to look at me decreasing so that it can increase. But right now, plus it's cathartic. I really enjoy getting my mailers out. I enjoy doing that. And to give that to somebody else, they're not gonna do it the way I do it, but then they're not me. They're gonna do it the way they do it. But as long as the end results are what I'm looking for, I'm okay with them doing it their way. It ain't
Yep.
got to be about me. I'm, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. That's the world according to Frank.
Well, Frank, I
Somebody
love
else may
that. I
see that
mean,
totally different.
yeah, I think, yeah, right. I think everyone kind of sees it a little bit differently, right? But the one thing that I would say for you, and this is a mistake that I made early, it doesn't really matter how much you pay yourself, but I would always pay myself. Business exists to generate a profit for the owner. And so you are not when you build the foundation of the business, right? You don't just do it to buy and sell, right? You do it to eventually improve your life, right? That's truly that what businesses exist for, right? So even at the beginning, right, it's very tempting to put everything back in, right? But I subscribe to what is called the Profit First methodology. It's a very good book. I would highly recommend it. Profit First for real estate investors, or Profit First in general. Frank, I would highly recommend that book because really business exists to generate a
Give me that
profit.
name again.
Profit First for real estate
What's
investors.
the name of the book?
I'll type it in the chat for you, man.
Got it.
So that's the big thing, right? That's the huge so being able to at least at the beginning start to pull that profit out, that allows you to actually properly scale. There's a lot of people, man, that I've known that have quote unquote scaled a business that they've gotten more people, they've gotten more deals, they're on the surface crushing it, but they're not actually taking anything home. And so the point is never to build a prison, right? It's always to build something that's actually producing profits from day one. So, if you want to do an S corp, which is if you're doing, I'm not an accountant, I do an S corp. Well, I actually have a C corp, but that's for a different reason. I'd recommend an S corp so you can start to pay yourself a little bitty salary, right? As soon as you start to get that cash in, it might even be $2,000 a month, man. Right? It could be $1,000 a month. It could be 2,000, 2,500. But because what you're doing here is you're building the foundation of a business. And so eventually, if you want to effectively buy back your time, right? The way that I look at how much I pay myself, right? Like how do I know how much I pay myself? I look at the market rate for the things that I'm currently doing in my business and I pay myself accordingly. Right? So if I'm doing a sales function, I pay myself like a director of sales. If I'm doing the function that you're doing, you can't pay yourself like a CEO because you're doing the envelopes, you're doing that. But maybe you look and say, if I were to pay someone to do this, how much would I pay them? So then when you actually hire this person, it's not a shock to your system.
Got it.
So, that's just my 2 cents. Life according to Clay. I know you gave me life according to Frank, which I love. But I think that it's definitely interesting, man. It's definitely interesting. But that's what I always recommend.
But see, you know, the interesting part is when it hits, because you know, you go along and go along, and nothing happens, and nothing happens. You don't have
Yep.
to make decisions until you have to make decisions. You know, when that seller says yes, game on. You know, then there's some things that has to take place. You know, when that happens, that didn't have to take place yesterday. You know, so until something happens, nothing happens.
That's right.
I'm 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 I'm, I'm trying to be as elementary with this as I can, because you know that's the way I see the situation. You know, everybody is a great real estate investor until they get their seller on the phone.
Right.
You know, until that seller says yes, okay, yes, and he signs off on your purchase and sale agreement. Now, now let the game begin. You know, where we go from here. What I do? I know what the books say, but most of the time it doesn't go according to what the book says. You know, it goes according to what life says. I'm just saying.
I
I'm
couldn't have
just
said it
saying.
better
I'm not
myself,
trying to
Frank.
reinvent the wheel, but the wheel keep the wheel keep changing. You know? I'm just saying. That's all. You know, and see, I'm in a situation where a lot of your listeners maybe are not. I'm older, so I got a lot more time than I got money. So I say I enjoy doing my mailers. Well, see, one of the young folks may not. I enjoy doing it because it gives me the opportunity to think about a lot of things that's not even real estate related. You know, that's the catharsis. Uh, is being cathartic to me. You know, I can think of grandkids. You know, I can think about other situations as I am doing my mailings. Whereas somebody young, oh no, you know, they got a young life that they got to live. Not so much with me. Um, just throwing some things out there, you know, and just see what going up against the wall, see what sticks. That's all. That's all. And
Well,
experience has taught me a lot what to do and what not to do, and basically what not to do.
yep.
So here we are.
I love that, Frank. You any questions? Any other questions for me, man? Are you good?
Thank you.
Good deal.
Now, were you on vacation? Were you on vacation?
Yes, sir. I just got back.
Were you on vacation?
I was.
Okay. Because I was wondering, because I had gotten a couple of texts from you, and I said, "Oh, we just went there, you know." But it really was from you, wasn't about, you know,
Yep.
it really was you. Okay. Now, now I'm in listening mode. I want to hear what the folks smarter than me have to say. So here I am.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful. Feel free to raise your hand um, if you got any other questions. Good to have you here, man.
Thanks.
What's up, Tyler?
Patiently waiting, Clay. Patiently waiting.
For LLC or
Yeah, I'm still waiting on California, man.
what the heck, man?
Yeah, it's been it'll be 2 weeks Friday. So I don't know what's going on. I've been in contact with Prime, who set it up for me, and they're checking, and they say it's still pending. So it's pretty frustrating to say the least. I was on a pretty good roll there, and now it's kind of abruptly stopped.
Yeah, man. Holy heck.
So the question I had for you is there anything I could be doing to sort of keep busy trying to move forward? Like without that LLC, I can't do anything. Like as far as getting Smart Contact up and running and all that stuff. So
I mean, if you don't have an LLC, can you? I don't think you could tax, right?
No, you can't, because I need that 10 DNC. I can't do anything. Yeah.
I've never heard of this in my entire life.
Yeah. Awesome.
It sucks, man. It takes a wind out of your sails. I know that.
Well, yeah. I'm kind of, I don't know what to do. I'm still been watching some videos, and I got as far as long as I could in all the videos for, as far as like the
beginners
deal engine and stuff like that. I've watched everything, but it's just like, I'm just standing here waiting now.
I mean, go find some lines to fix.
Dude, actually, that's a funny story. That's a funny thing you said that. I had a call the other day to go to work, and it didn't pan out. But it sounds like the East Coast might be get hit with a storm. So,
dude, honestly, like that's it, right? Like that's honestly the right thing right now.
Yeah, because like, and then correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't Smarter Contact take like 3 to 5 days to get going too?
Yeah, I mean, usually it's like it's like 1 to 3. You know what I mean? But you've had such issues with your freaking LLC.
Yeah, I mean, the first one came through no problem, but this is the California one that I need to start working, and good old California.
Oh my gosh, you have to have a California LLC.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's some bullshit, obviously.
Well, it's because where I live, right? So you have to have the LLC out of where you're residing, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was thinking about maybe getting some KPI sheets together and like making some spreadsheets, just staying proactive. So then I don't know, man. Like, I don't know.
I can tell you that, you know, like you said, like you learn more now at this point by doing, right? You can't really, and if you cannot do, then how do you learn?
Yeah. I'm stuck.
I'm perplexed as well, man. I don't know what else to say.
No. Fingers crossed. They told me it should be in this week.
Get some line work.
I got 2 more days left, and then it's just going to be, I'll scramble to get everything into Smarter Contact, and yeah.
Rock and roll. Just get some 3-hour-long gym sessions.
Well, that's all that's all I've been doing. Stuff like that, and then taking the kid to the track. So I mean, but whatever, it is what it is. I got all the lists. Like I have everything that you laid out for me done, except those 2 things. I haven't gotten Stride yet, because what's the point in getting Stride without Smarter Contact? So I'm just waiting to pull the trigger on all that as soon as that EIN comes in.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. We'll be back on track once it comes in, but
yes, sir.
Until then.
How about John's deal today, man? That buy for 80, sell for 200, 240. That's a killer deal.
Yeah. And that was the one in Seattle or in Washington? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good shit. That's a good deal.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I need some of those.
Right. Exactly. Cool, brother. Well,
all right.
I'll throw you backstage. You got any questions, feel free to raise your hand.
Thanks, buddy. Have a good one, man.
What's up, Matt?
Hey, how's it going? Sorry, I'm on the indoor trainer, so I was just killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah, man. Zone 2, right? Zone 2 cardio.
Exactly. I do have one to look at.
Talk to me, Goose.
Just put the address in. I'll grab the APN for you. Someone I've been talking to for about a year. He actually reached out to me over Christmas and New Year's just to say Happy New
Pickens,
Year's.
South Carolina, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Costas is the owner. There's the APN. It's got an 8-inch water main at the front. Will need septic.
Are you officially on your own?
Yeah, actually I am.
109 acres?
Yes, sir.
Damn, man. What does he want for it?
He's getting ready. He said he's finally getting ready to list it in April, but he hasn't signed anything yet. He's going to list it at 2.5. We originally had an LOI with him just under 2, and he verbally accepted, but he never signed it. I think he'll do something at 2.
Holy shit, this guy bought it for $345.
Yeah, I know.
I want to be him.
No shit.
Damn. Bad soil, man.
Yeah.
2.5.
That's what he's thinking. So it does have some views. I got a couple pictures of it. Probably do like nice 5-acre homesteads.
I mean, can you build into here?
There's definitely some sections of it.
2.5 million?
That's what he's asking.
I don't know, man.
Seems high.
Yeah, I can tell you it seems very high. Yeah, I mean I could tell you we're out of ballpark. Is he thinking about developing? Like, I think he's asking for way too much.
Yeah.
Like by a magnitude of way too much. I mean, let's look a little bit closer. So we're north of Pickens. We're in this general area.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a 5-acre lot for $10,000 an acre. Okay. How's Rob doing?
He's good. Talked to him for a bit today.
5 acres, dude. Here you go. Here's your comp. He is so far off. It's not even remotely funny how far off he is.
Yeah. That looks like it might even have some sort of utilities on it.
Yeah. Yep. It's 1 for 10. I don't even think you're close, man.
Which would probably put it maybe like 3-4 an acre. At that
Yeah, I mean,
capacity.
yeah, I think, yeah. I mean, you can do the developments of these tracks up here, but like, it's not that much usable acreage.
Right.
Even if you get you get great views, right? Here's a lot here that sold for $55 an acre. I wonder why this sold for so much. Yeah, I think he's way off, man.
Okay. The water main literally runs right on the same side of the road as them, and they just installed it. It's an 8-inch. I mean, that
It's an
helps, but not.
8-inch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but look, man, like, where are you going to build these houses?
Right. You can only build where you can build.
So this is literally at the base of a mountain. So I mean, you can build up, but like, are you going to move all the dirt to like flatten this out?
Right.
I don't see it. If it was at a more reasonable number, I think it'd be worth pursuing.
Mm-hmm.
But like, you're back here with all like, look at this road, man.
Yeah. Jimmy John.
Exactly. Exactly. You gonna put a multi-million-dollar home next to this?
Right.
Maybe in South Carolina, but like, look at this. This is freaking dense forest, man. There's no way. There's no way. Dead.
Yeah. Cool.
Alrighty. Jeff, you're behind the stage. You're not connected. If people have questions, they could jump in. We got 4 people watching us live right now. Matt, do you have any other questions for me, man?
No, I'm good. Kind of in the holding pattern too. To my EIN actually just got here. Sent everything over to Smarter Contacts and hope to be up and running next week.
LFG, bro.
Yep.
Good luck.
Thanks, brother.
All right, guys, we got 4 people live with us. Anyone have any questions behind the stage? If not, I'm here to help. But if no one has any questions, no one has any questions, right? So. Nothing? Jeff? Tyler, I see you shaking your head. Nice, Matt. Good luck, man. Yes. Got people behind. All right, guys. We don't have anyone. We'll end a little earlier this evening. Usually, obviously, we're going for an hour and a half, but we got to spark. Oh, is that a comment here? Hold on. I'm joining StreamYard. Eli, the elite guy. Got it. Hey, Eli. Is this Elijah? Elijah, are you joining StreamYard? Okay. All right, Eli, are you jumping in? Tyler, what's up, dude?
Question. This just popped in my head. Would it be beneficial for me to keep pulling lists, or do you think, like, I got my 100,000, like you suggested me getting, but would it be better for me to keep going, or just
Saves time on the back end.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I don't see why not. If you have bandwidth, why not?
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I haven't skip traced anything yet because, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, that goes right into Smarter Contact, right?
Well, it doesn't go directly in when you skip trace it. I'd skip trace it. You could just, you'd be able to just throw it into like Google Docs. You just export the leads. And then, so I'd get it all ready, man. So you're like, dude, I have 3 months of stuff. I don't have to fuck around with anything.
Okay, cool. That's what I'll do then.
Good question.
Thanks.
What's up, Elijah?
What's up, Clay? Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, baby. Radio. Are we gonna get your face on this one, or I've sent over 600 offers in the past 2 weeks.
Oh, you see my message I sent you on the school community?
Holy shit, dude. How many have you signed?
So I have a specific approach. I just started last week, and most of the money is going to be in the follow-up. Nobody's like bid on the offer immediately up front because I try to buy like very deep. So what I do is I'll just say like, hey, if you're not willing to sell the whole property, then maybe you'll be open to selling me a portion of it, just maybe like 10 acres. And then once I have somebody request like, okay, can you send me like an aerial view of how many acres you're looking to purchase? It lets me know that they're at least a little bit more open to the concept, because this is for homeowners and also agents. So some agents won't even present your offer if they feel like it's just not in the range, or if they're not willing to sell the property broken up.
Okay, so how do you know if you're gaining traction?
How many people we're negotiating with? So right now we're trying to get it on the same price with about 4 people.
Okay.
Agents and sellers. And we're, every day we're having conversations, and, there's always new leads coming in just because we're sending out that volume of offers.
Who is we?
I have 2 virtual assistants that I work with.
So what's your process like?
So one of them helps me go after properties listed on the MLS, and then the other one helps me go after off-market properties through like different off-market sources, mainly connecting with agents for like pocket listings before they list them on the MLS. So a lot of agent outreach, referrals, and then we do a little bit of pay per lead as well. They were talking about it last week. RJ Bates, he's big in the wholesale industry, and he does speed to lead, lead Zolo, and property leads.
Yep.
So I'll get some off-market property leads from them. And then there's a property here that I wanted to comp.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
I'm trying to put the address here inside of the chat. Let me see. 7889 West State Highway 31. This one is in Oklahoma. McAllister. Okay, try this one.
Okay. So you're trying to survey hack this one. Correct?
Yes, correct.
What's the story on it?
The sellers live in Alaska, and they have a $200,000 mortgage balance on the property. So they're trying to get out of it so that they don't have to pay 2 mortgages on their new property in Alaska and this property. Have you ever done any like novation agreements, or have you ever done any flips?
I've done pretty much everything you can think of, dude. So you're
Okay.
thinking about cutting this thing up like this? Like that.
Exactly. And then there's a cemetery over there too. I'm not sure if that messes with land value in your experience.
No, I mean not if no.
Okay.
Honestly, if you don't buy the property in the cemetery, it doesn't matter. Okay, so he has 26 acres. You're trying to buy it like this.
I get everything on the outside.
Yeah, so you're trying to basically buy 22 acres. Okay. Have you looked at the subdivide regs in this area?
No, this one just came in like an hour ago.
So tell me about your process with your VA.
So anything that's listed on the market with an agent, we'll make an offer on the property that's already listed for sale. And then we'll do a follow-up call with the agent. If the agent tells us the homeowner isn't interested in selling the property chopped up, they want to sell it whole, we'll ask a follow-up question like, well, by chance, do you come across any land? We typically could cover closing costs and pay 6% commission. So the seller, they won't have to pay. We'll cover their commission, and then we'll pay for the other commission, and then you'll get the 6% because you'll represent us on the buy side. And then we're just trying to get like any off-market pocket listings and follow up with them on like a weekly basis so that we're like front of mind whenever they come across a land opportunity.
How many deals have you done?
With land, none. I was telling you last week, I've actually worked in acquisitions for somebody in Washington State.
I remember.
Seattle. Yeah, so I was doing acquisitions for another investor.
Why did you quit? Why did you leave that job?
Wanted to grow. Wanted to, start doing my own thing, have my own operation. And then also I'm in the HVAC sales that I was telling you about.
I remember, dude. Yeah, you fucking crushed the HVAC sales.
Yeah, so I just needed right now money. And then, his approach was kind of getting a little bit wonky, when it came to locking up prices. He was looking to renegotiate with people after, I felt like there were some transactions where we knew we were locking it up a little bit too high, and then it would be on me to go back and renegotiate, which worked. But, I just don't really believe in that business practice.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's some bullshit. That's what that is.
Yeah. And I'm like, you're setting me up for failure, I'm building genuine rapport with these people just to kind of like, leave them. Yeah. It's just not
Liam Manning. Yep. I'm with you. Okay. I think that you would exit anywhere between, depending on how well you cut this thing up.
Mm-hmm.
I think you got this pond here. You probably exit anywhere between 8 to 11 an acre.
8,000 to 11,000 an acre.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Okay, and you said 22 acres.
Well, that's
22 acres.
that's if you cut that. That's if you cut it up. So if you
Okay.
cut it up into smaller tracts, let's say 6 to 8 acres,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I think you exit at.
If cut up 6 to 8 acres, then you could probably get 8 to 11K per acre.
Yeah, exactly. So you're probably you probably need to get it for, I don't know, the land a lot less than the house. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. The reason I was asking about novations is because I think another good approach, because I'm looking at, both land and also houses for Survey Hacks. I think I would be able to kind of paint the picture to the seller like, hey, you could take the proceeds from the first portion that, we're going to pay you cash for. And then you might actually be able to increase the value of the home if you take some of that and put it into the house. And then we can partner and try to sell it at a profit.
If you can convince the seller to do that, man, hell yeah.
Because then I got to look at, you said you carved out, 6 acres for the house?
On that property, it was about 3.68.
So the house was on 3.68 acres?
Yeah, approximately.
Okay, so I would just go and look at comps local that have like houses on 3-acre lots. And
Yep.
then we could see, we're basically working from the end.
Yep.
Okay. Have you ever done that?
Never.
Nah, you said you did it all.
Yeah. Doing novations after I subdivide a lot, that's a pretty complicated sell, man. I like low hanging fruit. Not to say you can't do it, but that's like a complicated sell.
Yeah. No, that
That's getting into a territory of like, is this really worth it?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a return on brain damage guy.
I like that. Got it. Okay. And then I am keeping an eye on the Landman Challenge. That's something that I still have written down. I just want to get one of these across the finish line and then contact you. Because I think you said the fast track was a little bit more money, but it's more like a group setting.
Yeah, I mean the fast track is that kind of more one-on-one stuff. It's not one-on-one, but it's like 1, 2, 2 or 3 or 4 or whatever. That's why people really like it. And for a guy like yourself who has a sales background, I don't recommend that to everyone, to be honest with you. Some people just need the information, but like for someone like yourself, I think that's the right fit. Yeah. Yep. That's all I got, man.
This one came in like an hour ago. I should definitely be able to show up here pretty consistently and have something to take a look at.
Cool, man. Well, if you want to move to Nashville, Tennessee, you can get a sales job.
You said Nashville?
Nashville. Yeah.
That's where you're located?
No, but that's where that's where we're building a satellite office right now.
You're building a satellite office in Nashville, Tennessee.
Charlotte, Nashville, Atlanta, or Augusta, mostly Augusta, Atlanta, or Savannah. One of those two. If we get someone there, that's what we're looking.
Okay.
And, Birmingham or Mobile.
And it can't be done remotely from like Seattle?
Nah, because you need to be able to drive out to the lot.
You need to be able to drive out to the lot.
Yeah, because
like
our entire this is acquisition, man. Like our entire model is like we go after big deals. I mean small deals too. We do flips, whatever. But we build relationships with these sellers and we go meet them out at properties. Now that's not needed like to build a really successful business at all, right? Like I've never met a single seller in person.
It's a huge competitive advantage.
It is a competitive advantage.
Yeah.
And so
It's like
not
Joe
to say
Home Buyers.
Exactly. And our deals are big, man. We have massive spreads on our development deals, right? And so I would fly someone like I would fly to a Birmingham to do it to close a deal, right? We could make 8 figures on a deal. Like it's worth it.
So I would have to live in Nashville full time.
One of the locations.
One of the locations. All right. I mean, I'm in Washington right now. The company I work for in HVAC, they're trying to negotiate with me and get me to move to Arizona because they launched the operation over there. But I read a lot and, I understand like how Brent Daniels thinks. And, I have a lot of that knowledge that I soaked up over the years. So, I don't really want to, I know that time is the real value. And I don't know if I'm willing to give the company I work for that amount of commitment, because it won't be worth the return. And I can make a lot
maybe
more
not
what I'm doing now.
Yeah, I mean, yes, but like I'm not like a very high paying sales job is like really good, man.
Right. Okay. Well, I wrote it down. You said Nashville, Tennessee, and Augusta, Georgia.
Yeah, or Savannah.
Savannah. Yeah, I mean, if you have some time and you could send me a message on the school community, I'd look into it.
Yeah, I mean, we'd have to go put you through the whole interview process and stuff like that. It's just I like your tenacity. I can tell you're trying to fucking get after it.
Yeah.
And we're actively recruiting in those areas, and so that's it.
Cool. All right, Clay. I will definitely see you next week. I appreciate you going through the numbers on that one.
All right, brother. Good luck.
If I want to sell a deal to you, how do I do that? Just message you on school?
Yeah. Or you don't have to sell it to me. We can just fund the entire deal for you. And you just get a percentage of the profits instead of taking a smaller slice. You could take a bigger slice. Happy to buy a deal from you, by the way, but you'll make more money if you don't sell it to us and you stay along for the ride.
Love it.
Happy to do it either way. All right, brother. Yeah, there's a deal funding application in the Landman community. It's right on the sidebar.
Sounds great. Have a good rest of your week and kill.
Yeah, see you later, brother. Hey, what's up, stud?
What's up, Clay?
What are you doing?
I got 14 minutes to kill before we talk with Brandon.
Cool, man. What can I help you with?
Oh, honestly, I was just coming in to listen. I just got the notification. I was like, oh, I have some time. I really don't have too much to talk about, to be honest.
Okay. Cool, man. Well, floor is yours if you want it. If you don't, there's not a lot of other people behind you. So,
I guess, I don't know if I guess we could talk about it a little bit. I know you don't know too much about Brandon's product, right? But, if I'm, so if I'm paying $3,600 a month for Brandon's service, it's like, what's my return there if I just threw that into mail instead? Like, how far do you think I would get with that?
That is a good question. I am not equipped to tell you the answer to that. Why? Because your sales process matter, your ability to target matters. There's a lot of shit that matters, dude. Right?
Yeah.
So the goal is always like, what's my ROAS on this deal and how quickly can I turn my money? How do I increase my velocity of money? If you're a better salesperson, cold calling is better, obviously. It's easier to build a sales faster, feedback loops. If you're more technical and you can really, 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 really good at stacking lists and you have more time to spare and more money, mail. That's my thing. When we talked about this yesterday, kind of similar answer, right? It's like inbound versus outbound. Outbound earns you the right to be good at inbound. Once you have a good sales process, you can extrapolate that onto inbound. If you don't have a good sales process, you fucking light money on fire.
Yeah. Okay. I think that makes sense.
If it doesn't, push back.
Yeah, I mean, no, I get it. I mean, I wouldn't say I have the best sales process, to be honest. I feel like I could always be better. I feel like it's not horrible though. Like, I don't know, but we deal with a lot of these lower ticket deals. I feel like it's easier to close a lot of those, to be honest. That's kind of, so I don't know. Maybe my perception is even higher than what it would be is if we were going for higher spreads.
What's your close percentage?
I don't even know.
Got
To
it.
be honest, yeah.
Good thing you're in the. Good thing you're gonna be in the deal engine.
Yeah.
You got to know what your close percentage is.
Yeah.
On higher ticket deals, it's 6 to 8% is good. 8% is very good. What does that mean? That means that, right? 8 out of 100.
Yeah.
That means 4 out of 50. That means 2 out of 20. 25.
Yeah.
2 out of 25. Qualified leads, by the way, not unqualified leads, right? Qualified leads that match motivation, pricing, timeline, etc. That's all built in our sales process, man. So not only will this help your regular sales process, but you could probably increase your closing rate on your regular deals in your financing business.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm probably, if I had 100 qualified leads, I don't know. I feel like I'd probably only close like 2 of them, to be honest. So probably not that great.
Well, dude, that's it. We can double your business by closing 4%.
Yeah. Yeah.
We could triple it by closing 8 or 6. And 8 is a 4x growth.
Mm-hmm. So that would be pretty awesome.
Yeah, that'd be yeah. But I mean, that might not be your constraint. We'll figure out what your actual constraint is. And once we know your constraint, that's the thing that we can do to double the business fast. And then we reallocate resources, time, energy, capital to the next constraint that will inevitably come. And that is the game of business, my man.
Yeah, for sure. Honestly, I don't really have any more questions.
Cool. Well, good to have you on, man. I'm super pumped to meet with you and Francis on Friday.
Yeah, thank you.
It's going to be freaking awesome. I'm going to come to play ball. And come with any other questions. It doesn't necessarily have to be just with the onboarding form.
Mm-hmm.
Come with any other questions you got, man. I'll be ready to rock.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you. We appreciate it.
My man. We'll talk to you soon. All right, guys. Any last minute people, this is the final call for someone that wants to go behind and ask me a specific question. Yes, join here to ask your questions. We got some killers in the group, some young guns, Eli, Levi, some young guns. The dude is 22, man. He's doing like $11K a month in financing fees. I'm like, are you shitting me, bro? Like, when I was 22, man, I was working for a chocolate company, right? Right? Like, yeah. Guys, as always, thank you for joining us every single week here at the Landline. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate you coming all every week. It is a pleasure always to come. Again, we're 6:00 p.m. Eastern Standard every single Wednesday. So we'll talk to you guys later. We will end the stream now and have a great rest of your Wednesday.